Indian Wells Open. Eala would love rematch with role model Coco Gauff. Eala has reflected on her start to the 2026 campaign and shared her thoughts on the prospect of a rematch with Coco Gauff in Indian Wells. The 20-year-old star has played 6 tournaments so far this year, including her home WTA Challenger/125 event in Manila, and she has amassed a 10-6 record. Eala, who is the world number 32, is making her debut in Indian Wells, having been ranked 140th a year ago when the 2025 edition of the WTA 1000 event took place. The Filipina achieved her breakthrough result at the 2025 Miami Open, which is the second leg of the U.S. Sunshine Double, in March following Indian Wells. Competing in Miami as a wild card, Eala made a stunning run to the semifinals, upsetting Iga Swiatek and Madison Keys. This saw Eala's ranking soar to 75th, which made her the first player in her country's history to break into the top 100. Eala has received massive support from her compatriots at all of her events this year, and she described it as a dream to be playing in Indian Wells. To be living my dreams and playing in Indian Wells with a lot of people supporting me is something I've dreamed of since I was young, Eala was quoted as saying by ABS-CBN. The Filipina achieved her breakthrough result at the 2025 Miami Open, which is the second leg of the U.S. Sunshine Double, in March following Indian Wells. Competing in Miami as a wild card, Eala made a stunning run to the semifinals, upsetting Iga Swiatek and Madison Keys. This saw Eala's ranking soar to 75th, which made her the first player in her country's history to break into the top 100. Eala has received massive support from her compatriots at all of her events this year, and she described it as a dream to be playing in Indian Wells. To be living my dreams and playing in Indian Wells with a lot of people supporting me is something I've dreamed of since I was young, Eala was quoted as saying by ABS-CBN. On her 2026 season so far, Eala said, "I think I have a lot of positives to take away. The atmosphere in each tournament has been amazing, and it's been a different start this year than any other year I've ever had. So I'm very happy with it. Not just on the court, but as a person in general, I've matured a lot. I've gained a lot of experience at a much higher level than I used to compete. I'd like to say I'm a better version of myself now." Eala's impressive run at the Dubai Championships last month ended with a 0-6, 2-6 loss to world number 4 Gauff, and she is projected to meet the American star again in the third round in Indian Wells. The 31st seed expressed her wish to face the 2-time Grand Slam champion in California. "I would love to play her tough again," Eala said. "I think she's an incredible athlete and an incredible person, and she's a role model for a reason. Our last match was great. I think she played amazing, and I always learn a lot when I share the court with her, whether it's practice or a match. If we were ever to meet again, I would love to take those learnings and try to employ them on the court." What did Eala say after losing to Gauff in Dubai? Following her one-sided defeat to Gauff in the Middle East, Eala said, "Obviously, I think the gap between us was pretty prominent. That's not to say that I'm so far out of reach from these players. I think this match was... I mean, the score says a lot, but I think I'm not so disappointed. I keep my head up. I feel good about the whole week and how I've been doing. So, the biggest takeaway for me, honestly, is that I'm on the right path." Indian Wells Open. A dream rematch. Eala eyes destiny against her role model Coco Gauff. The sun rises over the California desert, casting long morning shadows across the manicured courts of the BNP Paribas Open, better known as the Indian Wells Open. This year, amidst the hum of anticipation and the rustle of palm trees in the warm breeze, one storyline shines brighter than most: the potential rematch between the rising Filipina star Eala and world no. 4 Coco Gauff, a player she both admires and aspires to emulate. For many tennis fans, Indian Wells is more than just a tournament, it's tennis paradise. With its vibrant atmosphere, passionate crowds, and prestige often likened to a 5th Grand Slam, the WTA 1000 event is the perfect stage for tales of triumph, adversity, and personal growth. This year, the spotlight beams on Eala, not because she's favored to win the title, but because she embodies something deeper: aspiration in motion. From Manila to California, Eala's ascension. At just 20 years old, Eala's story is already one of fast-rising promise. The Filipino phenom entered the 2026 season with momentum, compiling a strong 106 record through 6 events and earning a career-high world rank of number 31, enough to be seeded at Indian Wells and receive a coveted first-round bye. Her breakthrough came in 2025 at the Miami Open, where she electrified the crowd, astonishing the tennis world by dismantling several top-ranked foes en route to the semifinals, a performance that made her the first Filipino woman in history to crack the top 100. That run wasn't merely historic, it turned heads. Tennis insiders and fellow pros began to see Eala as more than a prospect, as a genuine contender capable of shaking up the sport's hierarchy. With that validation came expectations, from fans back home, from her peers on tour, and from Eala herself. The Dubai encounter, a lesson on court. Before Indian Wells, Eala and Gauff shared the court at the Dubai Tennis Championships, a match that would define both spirit and aspiration. Despite Eala's grit and competitive fire, Gauff dominated, winning convincingly, 6-0, 6-2. The scoreline, harsh as it was, failed to capture the magnitude of what the encounter meant. First, a learning moment, and second, a spark igniting a deeper ambition in Eala. Most young players might recoil from such a heavy loss, but Eala didn't. Instead, she spoke of the match with respect and reflection. She's an incredible athlete and an incredible person, and she's a role model for a reason. Our last match was great. I think she played amazing, and I always learn a lot when I share the court with her. Notice her words, not bitterness, not avoidance, but eagerness. A desire to learn. A mindset shaped not by defeat but by opportunity. This blend of humility and hunger is rare, and precisely why this rivalry, if it materializes in Indian Wells, carries significance beyond ranking points or prize money. It's about growth, identity, and narrative. What makes Gauff a role model? For Eala, the admiration isn't shallow. Gauff's rise, blazing onto the scene as a precocious teen, backed by athleticism and poise beyond her years, mirrors her own journey. The American star has faced scrutiny, intense expectation, and pressure to perform, yet managed to collect 2 Grand Slam titles and a reputation for resilience along the way. She is tenacious yet gracious, powerful yet thoughtful, a complex athlete who embodies modern tennis excellence. Eala's reflection on Gauff reveals something deeper than admiration for skill. It reflects a kinship in ambition and a recognition of the emotional labor elite sport demands. Gauff's athleticism, her resilience, her mental toughness, her poise in pressurized moments, all these contribute to her status as a role model in the sport. And for Eala, stepping onto the same court with Gauff isn't a coincidence, it's a pathway toward discovery. If we were ever to meet again, I would love to take those learnings,